that Twitch would have put out an official statement if that clip wasn't posted and going viral?
Twitch.com, one of the biggest streaming sites in the world, is under controversy for allowing yet another woman streamer to be harmed at TwitchCon, where creator Emiru was almost kissed by a psychotic fan against her will. Only getting worse when Twitch decided to give a half-assed response, leading to Emiru herself coming out and exposing Twitch on their lies, making fans even more upset. But I won't waste any more of your time, let's just get straight into it. Cause this all technically started a short while back when a lot of female streamers such as Cinna and Emiru shared their safety concerns regarding going to this year's Twitch convention, realizing that being somewhere that so many fans can so easily have access to them, especially as women, isn't exactly the smartest idea. And to be honest, most of them were considering not going entirely due to just this.
Just so you guys know, Cutie and I are not going to TwitchCon anymore.
But they were eventually convinced by fans and other streamers that Twitch would keep them generally safe. So fast forward a few months and Emiru was hosting a meet and greet at TwitchCon. And all was going pretty decently at the event until a disgusting fan walks up to the streamer and forces a kiss on her.
Whoa. That's crazy. Holy shit, what the fuck was that?
Notice how Twitch's security barely did anything to the public molester. In fact, they let him get away scot-free, which is exactly what most people would expect to happen with a company like Twitch. Before we talk about their supposed apology though, we have to truly understand the situation Emiru was in. Because if you don't know her, she's a huge streamer, like top 10 on Twitch. And a few of you may actually know her from a previous situation, where her and a few other women streaming were actually harassed by a stalker fan in public.
Hey, stop! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's fucking fight right now.
What?
Right.
Get away from
now.
Hey, what's going on?
security! He's harassing us.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Right now. Kill you right now.
Fuck off.
Kill you right now.
So sadly, this isn't her first time going through something like this. What's worse is that she actually was required by Twitch to host this meet and greet in order for her to keep her spot while there.
I can't cancel my meet and greet and not cancel her show because of the fact that the reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours. So I'm sorry,
I kept my meet and greet because I wanted to keep my show. Surely it'll be fine.
I'm sorry, Emmy.
I'm sure everyone will be nice.
Knowing she already didn't want to be there just makes you feel that much worse for her. Because not only was this not her fault, but she didn't even want to be doing something like this to begin with. And for her to be required to do so and have little to no security provided shows a very clear disregard for the safety of streamers. But it doesn't end there, as she revealed in another clip that when she tried to hire her own security for a previous Twitch event, they essentially banned her from doing so.
I had a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon, and he like asked him to stop multiple times. My guard asked him and the guy wouldn't stop, so he grabbed the guy, but he didn't like hurt him. He was just holding the guy until like the con security came. And then for some reason they're like, yeah, because your security guard touched him, he's like perma-banned from the venue forever. But he didn't even hit him or anything. He just like held him.
So not only did they refuse to provide her with adequate security, but Twitch wouldn't even allow her to have her own. They genuinely just don't care. And this seems to be a recurring issue for Twitch and TwitchCon. Because, as I said before, many people unfortunately expected some shit like this to happen, knowing how Twitch operates.
I just didn't feel comfortable personally continuing to do my meet and greet this year. I'm very sorry. Saying that I'm gonna be in one spot for 3 hours and giving people the ability to come and see me is a little bit different when I feel a little worried about the security of the convention.
So what did the company have to say about all this? Well, they'd eventually release a statement the day after all this went down, basically saying that they're aware of the situation regarding Emiru, and that the person responsible for the attack was immediately caught and held responsible. Which would be cool if any of it were actually true, because this is where Emiru would actually step in to expose Twitch for their lies, starting with a lengthy tweet detailing the situation, saying Twitch's statement said that the attacker was immediately apprehended, but that was a blatant lie, as he was able to basically walk out of the venue unimpeded. In fact, it took multiple hours for him to be apprehended, and only happened at all because of Emiru's manager pressing Twitch staff. Not that this surprised anyone, we could all see with our own eyes in multiple videos that the guy was able to just walk off scot-free. Twitch is just blatantly lying while hoping that one of their employees would keep their secret to save face. But thankfully, Emiru wasn't going for it. She'd eventually go live to give her fully processed thoughts on this situation the next day.
Which, okay, I'll just start this by saying, shout out to the guy who filmed it and put it on Twitter. I don't think that Twitch would have put out an official statement if that clip wasn't posted and going viral. He's able to walk up and in front of another streamer's meet and greet, and then he walks up to me. He's like walking with a purpose, you know what I mean? And he grabs me, but I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, but in my head, I'm like, it seems like he's supposed to be here, and then he leans in like he's gonna tell me something. So in my head, I'm like, maybe it's like TwitchCon staff like coming to let me know something, but I'm still like freaked out because he grabbed me. That's not normal. And then he grabs my face and lips puckered tries to kiss me.
It's hard not to feel sympathy for what these women in streaming have to deal with consistently, especially once you realize how little most people behind the scenes seem to actually care. Emiru at one point even mentions that when her manager did get in contact with Twitch's staff, the most they were willing to punish the attacker with was a 30-day ban from Twitch.com. That's it, a 30-day ban from a website for an actual crime committed on their watch. I mean, they eventually upped it to a permanent ban, but realistically, who cares? The man committed a crime. Why not apprehend him? Why not make sure he goes to jail? Why is that controversial to say? In 2025, you'd think we wouldn't have to be dealing with basic common sense issues like this. You'd think we'd have flying cars. But no. Instead, we have to explain why someone who is able to assault a streamer should face actual consequences. It's just sad. It later came out that the CEO of Twitch, Dan Clancy, was out partying when this whole situation went down, which led to him being inaccessible. But that's still no excuse for how things were handled by this giant corporation. And Twitch has been on a clear and rapid decline in recent years. But honestly, that's just what I think about this irresponsible ass situation. I'd love to hear what you think in the comments below. Or if you want to find out how Twitch's CEO treats his employees behind their back, click the video on screen.
Bye, have a great time.